we got to talk about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is a star in a manner that no one has ever seen. The game she brings, that's one.
Something seriously dangerous is happening inside the WNBA right now, and almost nobody is talking about it. No breaking news alerts, no emergency press conferences. But behind closed doors, the people who actually keep this league alive are quietly making moves that could reshape women's basketball forever. Sponsors aren't hesitating. They're not waiting. And nearly all of them are choosing Caitlin Clark over the league itself.
The logo threes, the pinpoint passes. Okay. But she also brings the business aspect. She brings the fans, the loyal fans.
This isn't about hype, fandom, or viral content anymore. This is about leverage, money, and control. As 2026 approaches, the WNBA may already be losing the one war that truly matters, the war for sponsor loyalty. For decades, the league thrived on a simple promise: support the league, and women's basketball grows together. Teams, parity, shared success. It all worked when no single player outshone the system. 2025 shattered that model. Caitlin Clark didn't just become a star, she became the gravitational center of the entire ecosystem. When she played, arenas sold out. Ratings didn't just tick up, they spiked. Her highlights didn't stay in basketball circles, they went mainstream. People who had never watched a WNBA game suddenly knew her name, face, and logo. Sponsors noticed immediately. When Caitlin Clark wasn't involved, interest didn't gradually decline, it plummeted. Boardrooms went quiet. Brands stopped asking how to support women's basketball. They started asking how to protect their investment. Caitlin Clark didn't just become a star, she became insurance. The money followed her. Apparel brands wanted her assets. Beverage companies wanted her social clips. Tech sponsors demanded her highlights embedded into product launches. Digital advertisers modeled scenarios where her content outperformed full WNBA broadcasts. This isn't speculation. This is modern sponsorship logic. When one individual consistently outperforms the platform loses leverage. Nike's strategy made it crystal clear. Caitlin Clark isn't a WNBA player. She is the product, front and center. Big brands no longer wait on the league. They anchor themselves to the asset that guarantees attention. And once sponsors decouple a superstar from the league, the most dangerous question in sports economics emerges. Why invest in the system when one player outperforms it? The timing couldn't be worse. Labor disputes, revenue splits, strike threats, they all hang over 2026. Publicly, the league talks about unity and progress. Privately, sponsors see instability. Instability kills brands. They don't wait. They exit, restructure, and seek control. Caitlin Clark is no longer just a star. She is the hedge. If games are canceled, she still delivers. If schedules shrink, she still sells. If the league stumbles, she still holds value. Now imagine removing her. No games, no jersey sales, no social spikes. Ratings crash. Ticket demand drops. Sponsor renewals evaporate. That's not a hypothetical. It's a stress test brands are already running. Inside the league, Caitlin Clark is a mirror. She exposes structural flaws, marketing failures, and years of missed opportunities. Mirrors make people uncomfortable. That tension doesn't always show publicly, but sponsors feel it, and they flee environments where resentment threatens the product. Globally, it's even worse. International markets don't care about league politics. They care about stars. Caitlin Clark is instantly recognizable, marketable across cultures, and exportable worldwide. Why fight domestic instability when global arenas offer control and profit without the league's baggage? This isn't unprecedented. History shows what happens when superstars outgrow the system. Boxing, golf, and other sports fractured when stars realized the league wasn't the product. The ones that adapted thrived. The ones that didn't became irrelevant. The WNBA is at that exact crossroads. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The league needs Caitlin Clark more than she needs the league. That was never supposed to happen. The WNBA was built on parity, not dependency. But Caitlin Clark broke the model just by being too valuable to ignore. Every unresolved negotiation, every dispute, every labor threat magnifies this imbalance. Sponsors will follow the attention, not the structure. They will activate independently. They will attach themselves to Caitlin Clark wherever she plays. When that happens, the WNBA doesn't collapse overnight, but it loses relevance, leverage, and control. The league has one move left: align incentives, protect the star, and build around reality, not ideology. Restructure marketing around stars. Shield its biggest asset. Accept that one player changed the math, not fight it. But institutions rarely respond this way. They defend first, then adapt. Statements are made. Values are framed. Loyalty is preached. And when the star eventually chooses leverage over emotion, the blame game begins. Headlines will cry abandonment. Critics will say she chose money over the game. They'll call her selfish. Yet this isn't about greed. It's about structure, incentives, and survival. Caitlin Clark didn't break the league. She exposed it. Sponsors understand this, and they're already acting. The quiet reality inside boardrooms is terrifying for the WNBA. Women's basketball can thrive without the league at the center. Once that truth hardens, the WNBA becomes optional. Optional viewing, optional investment, optional relevance. And once optional, it never fully regains leverage. 2026 is the tipping point. Contracts reset, sponsors reevaluate, audiences decide. The league can still shape the outcome, but every delay strengthens the star-driven future and weakens the institutional one. Fans, strip away loyalty. Strip away emotion. If you were a sponsor, would you bet your brand on a league fighting itself or on the one player the audience has already chosen? That decision is happening now. Quietly. Strategically. Without fanfare. Caitlin Clark has already become the axis around which women's basketball turns. The only remaining question: will the league evolve fast enough to stay in her orbit, or watch the future move forward without it?